And the Heritage Foundation head says we're in the middle of the Second American Revolution, and it's going to be peaceful if the Democrats don't get violent. Totally real comment. And Trump gets told by his advisors and people who really just don't want competition in his new White House that goes on. Oh, God, these are radicals, sir. You've got to come out and distance yourself. No, do like TPUSA did and invite me to their big event. That's what the public wants. Stop letting the Democrats dictate your response.
Couple questions. First of all, why does he still have a show? And two, why is he blinking so much? But that is Alex Jones defying the trend of right-wingers running as fast as they can from Project 2025, which they all support, but they don't want it getting as many headlines as it's been getting. And so he had a theory as to why they're backing off and why Trump in particular backed off from it, saying that they were worried about the thing that the head of the Heritage Foundation said and that had scared them. To be clear, Alex Jones, did you see? He rewrote what the guy said. The guy didn't say it would be bloodless unless the Democrats get violent. He said it would be bloodless if the Democrats let it. It didn't imply that blood would only come if the left started it. It implied that blood would come if the left stopped them from having their revolution in general terms. But anyway, he does think that Trump has been either cajoled or tricked by his advisors, and we have a little bit more of his thoughts.
Trump's really smart. He's got good instincts. He doesn't understand Republican machinery. They come to him with a 2025 initiative and go, sir, and I saw the articles, they used some aide that was part of it to confuse him, and they go, sir, his other aides that want all the power, they're gonna lose the country doing that. Sir, there's an upstart group saying things about revolution and violence in your name. You need to decry them. Trump's like, who are they? What? Well, sir, they're bad people. Okay, let me put out a post on Truth Social that I don't know who you are. I'm not saying you're bad. I wish you luck, but I'm not with you. Now, they'd have come in and said, sir, the Heritage Foundation's totally behind you and has a big battle plan to defeat the globalists and take over the country. We finally are winning. The establishment Republicans are now joining us. He go, well, that's great. But instead, they don't want the Heritage Foundation involved in the second administration.
Is he just doing a Trump impersonation? I don't think it was a particularly good one, but there was a lot of voices there, so I wasn't super sure. So that is his theory. We'll get to why Alex Jones might like Project 2025, but if you accept his description of how this went down and how Trump was turned to opposing Project 2025, look at the painting that he paints of Trump. Utterly disconnected, bamboozled by minor aides coming and talking to him. He believes that Trump didn't even really know what Project 2025 was, despite the fact that it's been in the news for literally months. To hear Alex Jones tell it, Donald Trump is as disconnected and like on the verge of dementia as they talk about Joe Biden being. And that's his friend and ally saying it. So anyway, Yaz, I'm curious what you think about this. It's only been recently that Project 2025 has really reached like a critical mass of news coverage, and the right really is trying to redefine their relationship to it, other than Alex Jones. What do you make of that?
Yeah, that quote came from the president of the Heritage Foundation. The Heritage Foundation is behind Project 2025. The quote about the bloodless revolution was insane. You know, it's getting some press now, but it's kind of unbelievable that it's not being denounced more voraciously. And I know in today's world, there's so much to keep track of and there's so much to denounce that it's exhausting. It's like a whole job on its own. But it really is very telling as to how they not only see the country, but how they see their opponents, their political opponents. So just people who believe different things from them. They say that this is their second revolution. So they really are seeing that what they're doing is like the work of some much bigger power. It's much more historically significant. They're really gassing themselves up is my point. And what the heck is Alex Jones even talking about? Who is still listening to this guy? I don't know, but your point is exactly what jumped out to me is Trump is saying that his official statement was that, oh, I don't really know them. I don't know anything about them. I don't really know a whole lot about Project 2025. why not, right? That was always the question from the beginning. And now Alex Jones is also kind of like repeating that similar sentiment, like he doesn't know about any of this stuff. Why not? He's running for president. This is a Democrat or a Republican platform. This is a thing that a lot of Republicans are talking about, and they're getting behind, and they want to see this thing go forward. Why doesn't Donald Trump know about it? And why do the people who are going to vote for him not care that he doesn't know about this thing? Why?
Yeah, I know a lot of people are throwing out like, well, they should both take cognitive tests, but if the right really believes that he has no idea what Project 2025 is after all of this, that should be deeply worrying about Donald Trump. How could that be possible? And we know that it's not true. We're gonna talk more about Project 2025 tomorrow, as well as some responses to right-wingers' efforts to distance themselves from it. So we will get to that, but the right just seems to get that this is gonna hurt them, and it should. It's wild, radical stuff, and I'm glad that the right decided to put a name to it. Because we can talk in the abstract about how they're far outside of the mainstream, but they decided to put one label that defines exactly how insane they are. When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?